Good morning, good morning. How's everybody? Well, thank you all for coming. Please take your seats. So on behalf of the UAW Local 774 Shop Chairman Chuck Herr and myself, I want to welcome you all to Tonawanda Engine Plant. For those of you that's your first time, welcome. For those of you that are back again, and to all of our great employees, welcome here today. We are going to share a GM regional manufacturing announcement with you, but before we begin, I'd like to recognize just a few special guests that are in our audience. As this announcement is going to cover all three of GM's New York plants, I'd like to first welcome our Rochester Operations Plant Manager, Neil Evans, and from our Lockport Operations Plant Personnel Director, Susan Guthrow. Now, hey, I got a lot of introductions, so if you would, hold your applause. I'll get through all the introductions, and then we'll all clap at once. Cool? Appreciate that. So I'm also pleased to have with us today Nicole Current. Nicole is the UAW International Servicing Rep, so glad to have her here. And we'd also like to welcome some of our good friends to Tonawanda Engine today that are also part of this announcement, and that is namely our Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul, our U.S. Congressman, Brian Higgins, New York State Assembly Member, Sean Ryan, and members-elect, Angelo Morinello and Monica Wallace. I'd also like to elect these fine mayors of the city of Niagara Falls, Deister, and of Lockport and McCaffrey. The town of Tonawanda Supervisor, Joseph Imminger, is here, and as well, Howard Zemsky from Empire State Development. He's their president and CEO. Thanks also to Ken Swanekamp for coming. He's the Erie County Director of Business Assistance, and also Brenda McDuffie, who's the chairperson for the board and the chairperson of the Board of Directors for ECI-DA. So it's with great appreciation that we thank so many of our community partners, our supporters, people that are always here in our camp for everything that we do here at Tonawanda. So for all of you that are here as guests, special guests, we certainly thank you. And my most special guest of everybody here, not even the governor, better than that, is my wife. She's out there somewhere, so hey, Lillian. So, all right, give Lillian and everybody else a big round of applause. All right, that lets me get home tonight. So now, let's get on to the reason why we're all here today. I'd like to welcome GM Manufacturing Manager and my boss, Kathleen Dilworth, to the podium. So give her a round of applause, will you?
Thank you, Steve. And hello, everyone. It's great to be here in Tonawanda today with our UAW partners, our leadership, and our distinguished guests like Governor Cuomo. Thank you for being here. It's also an honor to be able to share some exciting news with you about GM and the future of this and other facilities in New York. I'm pleased to be able to announce today that GM will invest nearly $334 million in 3 New York facilities. First, First, at our Rochester facility, we'll invest $5.9 million for future powertrain components. At our Lockport facility, $31.86 million for future powertrain cooling products. And at Tonawanda Engine, right here, $295.9 million for future ender production. We're also announcing major investment in Ohio today, where at our Parma Metal Center, we'll invest $218 million for new dies, presses, and sub-assemblies. For competitive reasons, I'm not able to share the details on the products and components we'll be producing. In addition to providing job growth and job security for our employees, our investments in the communities and economies where GM does business. Today's announcement reinforces our commitment to the communities of Tonawanda, Lockport, and Rochester, as well as the great state of New York. This brings our 2016 investment announcements to $2.2 billion for our U.S. manufacturing operations. And we couldn't do that unless we had great people to invest in, like the people here in the state of New York. We're excited about it. I'm thrilled to be able to be here to share it with you, along with our local, state, and federal government officials and our UAW-GM partners. Thank you very much. Back to Steve.
Thank you, Kathleen. Normally when she comes to the plant, you know, it's a lot of work. We have to make sure we're prepared, but today was a good day, so thank you for that announcement. Now it is really a special honor that I have today, and that is to present the governor of the great state of New York. Governor Cuomo, would you please come up and take the podium?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's have a big round of applause for Steve Finch, who's doing a great job as the plant manager here. And to Kathleen Dilworth for that great news, not just for New York, but for all over the country. Pleasure to be with you, Ms. Dilworth. And to the leadership of the UAW and the best working men and women in the United States of America, the United Auto Workers. First, I wish you could see yourselves what you all look like with those very cool looking glasses. Looks like the audience did a 3D movie, but you wear them well. This actually, I feel a little guilty that this is an official event for me because this is just a fun event. I'm an old car guy from 100 years ago. I'm a GM car guy. I have an old Corvette at home with the 350 block. I've kept running since high school, I want you to know. So I believe. I drove the new Corvette, the 6.2 at Watkins Glen, and it is some experience. It really is. You make a heck of a product here. So it's really my pleasure to be here. And this news is great news, and in many ways it comes full circle, especially here in Western New York and Buffalo. Because as you know better than I, Buffalo has gone through a tough time. Western New York went through a tough couple of decades. The economy wasn't with you, jobs were leaving, young people were leaving, and it felt like Western New York had more history than future. But the past few years, you're seeing a different reality because there is a different Buffalo. We got involved, we're investing, we learned, we're working every day, we have taxes down, we're doing economic development in Buffalo. You walk the streets, you see a different Buffalo. Canal Side is different, Buffalo Niagara is different. You look at the number, home values are going up. Young people are actually coming back to Western New York. When was the last time that happened? And you see international companies now coming to Buffalo and investing in Western New York. A few weeks ago, Geico, 600 new jobs in Western New York. Geico could go anywhere they want. General Mills coming to Western New York. Buffalo Bills were up for sale. Could have gone anywhere in the United States. Terry Bakula, $1.4 billion to keep the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. And I'll tell you something, I don't care how much money you have. Before you spend $1 billion, you have to really believe the place that you're spending it has a future. And you ain't seen nothing yet because Howard, who was here and who ran the first Buffalo Billion Economic Development Program, is putting together a new program for Buffalo that we're going to announce in January in the state. And I think all the growth you've seen is just going to be a run-up to what you're going to see. And this announcement today, $334 million in the state of New York to update this plant, partnering with the state of New York, the economic development incentives to work with General Motors to make this investment. This is everything. Now let's be honest. General Motors is going to spend that much money. They could pick up this plant, they could go anywhere. And they're betting on Buffalo. They're betting on Western New York, and they're making that investment here because they believe in Buffalo's future. They believe in Buffalo's future. They believe in the partnership they have with the state of New York. 1,261 jobs created or retained today by this announcement. And most of all, what General Motors knows, the number one asset. What I know as the governor of the state of New York is our number one asset. The one thing that we have that is irreplaceable. And I don't care where you take a company overseas, you're never going to get what you're going to get in the US of A. You're never going to get what you're going to get in the state of New York. You're never going to get what you're going to get in Tonawanda, which is the best workforce of men and women to build a product on this globe. And that's what's irreplaceable. And that's why today is a success, because of the work of every man and woman in this plant and the leadership of the UAW. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Governor Cuomo. Couldn't have been better said. And certainly a tribute to all of you that helped to make great products, not only here in Tonawanda, but also Lockport, Rochester, that all being recognized here across Western New York. So thanks for those remarks. We really, really appreciate it. Next on the agenda, Jimmy Lakeman from District 9 of the United Auto Workers is coming. And Jimmy, come and greet the crowd.
Good morning. Today's a great day in Western New York. It's a great day in UAW Region 9. It's a great day here today in Tonawanda, Lockport, and Rochester. Today, General Motors has shown their commitment to the 3 plants in Western New York. I've been slated to speak today because our Director of Region 9, Terry Dittis, could not make it today. So it's an honor for me to be here with the people I represent, the plants I represent. Today's investment is a testament to hard work. It's the hard work of UAW Vice President Cindy Estrada, what she's done with GM, to make sure that Western New York remains relevant in the auto industry, and GM continues to make quality products here in Western New York. It's the diligent work that Mike Branch has done, Chairman of UAW Local 686 on the National Negotiating Committee, to make sure that we're securing work here in New York. The tireless work that Chuck Kerr, the shop chairman of UAW 774, and his shop committee do to make sure that we retain job security here. The fantastic work that Guy Newell, president of UAW 774, has done as chair of the UAW Cap Council to showcase these plants in Albany and show our worth to the state. The tremendous job that Governor Cuomo and all our state elected officials have done to actually revitalize the area I grew up in, the area I worked in, and they've done a fantastic job doing that, making Buffalo relevant again. But the biggest contributor today to what's going on here, Lockport and Rochester, are all the men and women that are standing in the back here. These are our brothers and sisters in the UAW. They come to work every day. They work hard. They work diligently. They're dedicated to General Motors. They're dedicated to their communities. So today, I have a great honor to stand here because they do their job. They are fantastic people. They're fantastic people of the community, and they do a great job here making world-class products for the best vehicles made in the United States. So this investment is far-reaching. It's going to affect our members, our communities, our suppliers, our dealerships in the area. But today's a privilege to stand here and celebrate it with our members of the UAW. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Next, we're going to bring up, and because this was was an announcement that not only affects Tonawanda, but also our sister plants in Rochester and Lockport. We have the chairman of UAW 686, and that's Mike Branch, and he's going to come in with remarks. Mike?
Thank you. Congratulations, Tonawanda and Rochester. This news is phenomenal. Most everyone here knows of the perilous position Lockport was in about 5 years ago. We had a few issues there, but our plant was really slated to close, and a lot of our members ended up coming up here. Yet here we are today, right? We're taking part in an investment announcement that nobody thought would happen for Lockport. Or I should say most people didn't think it would happen. Yet 4 years ago, Vice President Joe Ashton, and at that time Region 9 Assistant Director Terry Dittis visited Lockport along with GM Vice President Jim Glynn, and he saw a team that were willing to work toward a solution that would provide GM with high-quality, world-class thermal products that GM demands, and we would be competitive in the global market. They saw our team working to find unique, non-traditional solutions to the barriers that kept us from pursuing new work. And now, with the full support of our Vice President Cindy Estrada, Region 9 Director Terry Dittis, and our Manufacturing Manager Kathleen Dilworth, Lockport is actively pursuing new work on a daily basis. It is our contention that our priority is to build world-class product at benchmark performance standards to help drive GM towards success. And the decision to follow this template will grow our membership, protect good jobs, and allow us to continue to support our communities. And my partner Bill Tiger and I committed to work as partners as we continue to strive towards these official goals together. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike, and certainly congratulations to the team at Rochester, led by Neil Evans, and we certainly congratulate everyone. So now, to conclude the program, I'm going to call the chairman of UAW 74. Before he comes, I just also want to say hello to our president, Guy Newell, also to the members of the board. Well, he made me say it. He made me say it. But anyway, and to the members of the executive board that are there. Come on up, Chuck. Want to just let you know how proud we are. Absolutely, how proud we are to represent you on today for this announcement. So, Chuck, I'll turn it over to you for remarks.
How we doing, Tonawanda? Come on, yeah, let them know. Absolutely, this is a great day. Absolutely, this is a great day. This is going to help secure our future. First of all, I'd like to thank Cindy Estrada and the International for negotiating with the corporation to award this work to Tonawanda and the UAW 774. Thank you for having continued faith in Tonawanda. But most of all, I want to thank all of you, the employees, for the great job you do, the hard work, the dedication, the quality, the engines that we build, the paying attention to detail. Tonawanda takes pride in our work, and we always strive to be the best. We have been building engines here for over 75 years. No one has built more engines than us. It is not a mistake that we receive this work. It's because Tonawanda builds the best engines in the world. Let them know. We have had a very successful launch with LGE and an awesome Gen 5 launch. And now we are getting ready to show Kathleen and the corporation that Tonawanda knows how to successfully launch engine programs. Sorry, I'm a little excited. This is good. I would also like to congratulate my brothers, Mike Branch, shop chairman, Local 686 in Lockport, and Todd Campanella, shop chairman of Local 1097 in Rochester, on the great job they are doing in achieving additional work at their locations. But remember, there are plants who are losing shifts and other work that is going out of the country. So we have many things to be grateful for this holiday season. Let's continue to show the world Tonawanda is the best. This is a team effort. It takes a dedicated, determined team to be as good as we are. Thank you. God bless.
So, in conclusion, thank you for standing and thank you for that. We have a great workforce. We have a great team. This is a great, great announcement. God bless all of you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and enjoy it and be safe. God bless.